Hello everyone and welcome to today's class. If you are already in my Java training program, then till now you have already completed different type of inheritance, abstract class concept, and also the inheritance that is not supported by Java. For that you have already understand the concept of interface. Now today we will try to explain that type of interface with some BARD examples. Okay, so you can see here in this picture there are different type or different category of birds. Let's say these birds can fly and these birds can swim. So if I take the category, so I can make a flying bird category and a swimming bird category, right? So for this flying bird, I can create some properties like number of wings or what it is flying speed. Similarly, for swimming bird, I can create some property like number of legs, means by which it can, swim. And also I can create a method something like swimming speed, right? So few birds belongs to this category, few birds belongs to this category. But if you check this bird which is called something like pelican, which can fly as well as swim. So this bird should have all these properties, right? So I can use these properties, that is basically number of wings. I can also use this method, let's say what is its flying speed. Similarly, I can use these properties, that how many number of legs it used to swim and what is its swimming speed. Okay, so that's mean I can use Java interface concept to build this scenario, right? So how we can do that? I can create an interface for flying bird which can have properties something like number of wings and flying speed as a method, which is basically definitely an abstract method. Similarly, for swimming bird, I can create another interface with properties, let's say number of leg and the method something like swimming speed, right? And I can create a subclass that is, let's say name is pelican, and that subclass can inherit flying bird interface as well as swimming bird interface. Why I use interface? Because this child class, which is basically pelican, need to be implemented or inherit the properties of this parent and this parent. So multiple parent are coming here. So that's mean I cannot create a class something like flying bird as a parent and swimming bird as a parent, because in Java multiple inheritance is not supported. So that's mean multiple parent class cannot be inherit by a single subclass. So that's why we can create interface like this one and this one, and using this subclass I can implement both these interface. So let's take this example in Eclipse how we can create this one, right? So let's go to the Eclipse and try to implement that. So in Eclipse you can see here I have already created a com.demo.bird interface package, and here I will create an interface, let's say name is flying bird. Now just finish it. So you can see here the interface flying bird is created here, and here I can create a property something like, let's say int, okay, number of wings, and here as it's a final variable, so we have to give some exact value which cannot be modified. Okay, so number of wings, let's say I set is as 2. Now there is another method which should be a by default abstract method. Let's say void get flying speed. Okay, so this should be a abstract method. Okay, so this is my first interface which is called flying bird. Similar way I can create another interface for swimming bird. So let's create that. So just right click, then new, then interface, and put the name, let's say swimming bird, and finish. So here again I will create a integer variable, let's say number of legs, and let's put its value, let's say 2, and I want to create another method, let's say void get swimming speed. Okay, so this swimming speed, this method should be by default abstract method, right? So my two parents is ready. So if you check here, I have created an interface flying bird, I have created a interface swimming bird, and I also mentioned these properties. Okay, now the third step is we have to create a concrete class, let's say pelican. So just right click here and new, and it should be a class, so that's why I click on this class and give the name pelican and then finish it. So this is my actual child class, and here I want to implement both this flying bird as well as swimming bird. So what is the syntax that we already know? So implement, then a space, then first interface flying bird, then second interface swimming bird. Okay, so once this is done, so you can see I am getting an warning, and if you click here it will say that add the unimplemented method. So like our previous class, just double click here, it will automatically override the two method that is available basically under flying bird and swimming bird interface. Okay, now here we can create some logic based on our child class. Okay, so let's say what is its swimming speed. Here you can simply create a system.out.println statement. The statement something like swimming speed is 10 km per hour. Even here you can create another statement. Let's say for this swimming bird, if I go to the swimming bird interface, so you can see I have another properties which is called number of legs. Okay, so I can give another properties that this bird has then the number of legs that is already defined on the interface, and here I can give space then legs, so it will print that this bird has two legs, right? Similar way, under this get flying speed method we can create some logic. Let me double click it here, and let's copy the same thing here, and instead of swimming speed, let's say make it flying speed is, let's say 20 kilometer per hours, and this bird has, instead of number of legs, it's coming from the flying bird interface, right? And in flying bird you can see there is a variable number of wings is given here, so we can simply put it here and give that this bird has two then wings. Okay, so if you check here that I have override this method with some proper logic for these particular birds. Now if we create another class, that is basically main class with public static void main, and from there if I try to call these two methods, so it will automatically give me the exact result. So let's create another main class, give it name something like main class, and check this public static void main and finish. So this is my main class. Let me double click here, and my concrete class or subclass is basically pelican, so I can create an instance of this here. So let's say pelican, then ins instance is equal to call the constructor something like this that we already know. Then using this instance just call the get flying speed as well as ins dot get swimming speed, right? So if we do that, so it automatically call these two method, and that method already I have defined here, and based on the definitions or the logic here it will print. So let now just run this. So once you click on this run button, you can see the output is coming as flying speed is 20 km per hour, then this bird has two wings, and then swimming speed is 10 km per hour, and this bird has two legs. Okay, so this way you can create interface based on your scenario, and for our case the scenario is similar to this. So I have created a flying bird interface, a swimming bird interface, two properties here, one property is called number of wings and one method actually flying speed. Similarly for swimming bird I have created number of legs a properties and swimming speed as a method, and using this pelican subclass I basically inherit both this parent interface and trying to access all these properties under this subclass. So this way you can create your any interface example, or you can design your any interface example based on your needs.
I believe this video has helped you to understand about the topic. Thank you for watching.
Please do subscribe, click on the bell notifications and select all so that you don't miss any video from this channel.